So Zephyr Eboré, our goal is to decarbonize the shipping industry. The unsexy things is that shipping industry is consuming 25% of the oil production worldwide. And the sexy thing is that we want to operate a cargo ship that is using a wing sail technology that allows to reduce by 20 to 40% the fossil fuel consumption of the cargo ship without impacting the speed of the cargo. So without impacting the operational condition of the cargo ship and its transit time. So we offer, with the same transit time, a transport that is cleaner and more competitive in terms of pricing.
So it's all about, literally, it's all about wind energy, right? So using, I'm going to say to you right now, so wind, isn't that a little bit outdated? Tell me.
The question is to know why we use the wind and why, okay.
Exactly.
So wind is free, it's clean, and it's available everywhere. And the sail is the easiest technology that you can use to convert directly the wind into propulsion. And we didn't come to the sail because we are sailors and we like the sail. We came to the sail because we studied solar panels, we studied hydrogen, we studied batteries, and we saw that it was not technologically mature today to be used because infrastructure are not there in the port and the technology is not sufficiently mature to be used on major cargo ship and to propel major cargo ship on a long distance. So we came to the sail because it's the only technology that we can use right now to change now the shipping industry.
Okay, but if we look at the environmental stakes of the shipping industry as a whole, what are they? What explain to us, for those of us that are not experts on shipping, you know, so what are the stakes involved?
Shipping industry, it's emitting 1 billion tons of CO2 every year. And shipping is 90% of the global trades worldwide. So as we know, global trade is growing. So shipping pollution will grow as well. And according to the International Maritime Organization, shipping emission should grow from 50 to 250% by 2050 if we don't do anything. So that's why we want to use the sail right now.
Okay, so are you, forgive me if I misunderstood. So are you saying basically you'll be able to propel 100% with wind a cargo ship?
To propel, sorry.
To propel the ship 100% with wind.
So we could use as only the sail to propel the ship, but today to get in the supply chain as it is, that is multimodal, so we need to arrive on time because we have to park in a port, to book our space. We have as well to, we have transport after and before the shipping, so we need to guarantee our transit time. So we need to have a hybrid propulsion that is using sail and another engine propulsion. We could use only sail if it was not important for our customer to guarantee our transit time, but it is important, so we make it hybrid. And the other thing is our positioning is to respect the shipping speed as it is today on the market. So we propose a transport that is at the same speed as it is done on the market, and we reduce the environmental impact, I mean the fossil fuel consumption with the sail. If we want, if it will be possible for the market to accept a slower shipping speed, we could use more the wing sails, the sail propulsion. So today, going at the same speed, we have 20–40% saving. If we go slower, we can reach 80%. What is good for us is that International Maritime Organization is implementing measures in the coming 5 years to force the shipping companies to reduce their shipping speed, and so we will be able to use more and more the sail.
And talking about the transport service, is it lower? Is it lower? Lower.
Yeah, you mean the price is lower? Yeah, so we can have, the price is cheaper at long term, okay? So we have, at the beginning, we have the same price because we need to get, I mean, we have a return on investment of 5 years on the technology of the wing sails. So after those 5 years, we can have a cheaper price. And at long term, the fossil fuel, I mean, the oil prices are going up, are planned to go up. So this could make the sail propulsion more and more competitive. So
okay, I mean, that answers my question.
At long term, we're cheaper.
I'm just looking at this here.
Yeah.
If there's a ship that's sexy, this certainly fits the bill. Is that not a sexy ship? Who thinks that's a sexy ship? I certainly do. Yes, please. Good. Right, just a little bit about the shipping industry as a whole. Do you think in the future we're looking at a carbon-free shipping industry completely in years to come? What's your opinion on that?
So my opinion is that carbon-free shipping, it will be possible, but it will take a lot of time. If we want to make the shipping carbon-free, we will need to use either hydrogen produced from water, so with electrolysis, or biofuel derived from algae. So we need the industry needs a lot of time and R&D to make this like sufficiently matured and price competitive to be used at a large scale. So it will take time, and we don't have time. So today, for me, if we want to decarbonize for us, for Zephyr Eboré, if we want to decarbonize the shipping by 2050, we need to slow down the speed of the cargo ship, use sail, and a complementary engine with either LNG, that is not the best option, it's still not environmentally eco-friendly, but it's available today, with battery. But battery cannot propel all the ship because it's not sufficient in terms of autonomy. So we will be able to do it, but it will take time, and we need to act very quickly.
Okay, in terms of the technology you have and placing that or popping it into existing ships that are already there, how do you see that process? Is it a long process? So adapting the technology you have on existing ships already?
So it's the same process as if we want to implement a cranes on a ship. So it's just to dig a hole and then put the mast and put the wing sails. So it takes time, but it can be during the technical stop of the ship. So in 2 weeks we can do it. Then it takes time. We need time to develop our first project. We are about to sign our first project. So right now we are not able to say we can do it in 2 weeks, but in the future it will be possible.
When is the first project launched? When is it happening? When is it happening?
When it is happening. So now we are negotiating our first contract. So we should sign, if everything is going as planned, at the end of the year. And then we plan to finance, so to start to build the ship in the middle of the next year. And so normally the ship should be operational in 2 years.
Okay, right. So people that are listening to you right now, they've heard about the idea, they've seen the beautiful, sexy ship of what it's all about. What would you like from them? What if there's a message you want to share with the audience about this? What would it be, or what would you need from them?
Yeah. So if you have if you want to be part of the ship, we are looking for loaders. We need major loaders to be able to guarantee at the long term the economic balance of the project. After we have this, we are able to provide a project that is profitable and eco-responsible. Then we need finance. So if you are interested, please come to.
Okay, so if you're interested, you're intrigued, you like what you hear, you'd like to know a little bit more, you'd like to challenge what you've heard as well, I'm sure you'll be able to grab a coffee.
And I repeat what I said. There is no, it doesn't affect your operational needs. No more, I mean, the speed is not longer. It's just you save fossil fuel, you save pollution, I mean, you decrease pollution, you reinforce your brand image, and you have supply chain costs that are more resilient for the upcoming regulation and the upcoming oil prices variation.
I'd also like to ask, is anyone else doing what you're doing? Have in terms of competitors, you know, what are they thinking along the same lines as what you've just shared over the last 20 minutes?
There is different technologies that are studied to equip cargo ship. So there is a wing sails, there is a kite, there is a rotor flattener. So we are not the only one to work on a technology like this, but we are the only one to target to operate a ship. So to look for customer, to validate a project, to invest in a ship, and to build a real ship equipped with this technology, and to make it not just an idea or just a technology that is ready, but a technology that is applied and that is working. And like this, we hope we can influence a lot the industry to change, because it's an industry that takes time to change. It takes a lot of time. It's a very conservative industry. Yeah. So we need to demonstrate it works, it is profitable, and it's what we want to do.
Okay, government, the government, are they on board? Have you reached out to them? Have they given you support? Have they said, yes, this is a good idea?
Yeah, there is a subsidy. I mean, we are working for subsidies with European Union, and we are supported, not financially, but I mean, the initiative is supported by the government. I mean, by the Ministry of Ecology. Yeah.
So they're on board. They thumbs up to what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, they know, yeah.
Okay.
And they support it.
Okay, you mentioned earlier on how difficult it is to move forward with the idea. Tell us a little bit about the kind of, again, biggest challenges you've faced so far in the process you're in right now.
You mean the technology, the maturity
biggest barriers you've faced so far that you've managed to get over?
So everybody will say that the biggest barrier is technical. But it's not technical at all. It's not that the barrier, because the wing sails are used on America's Cup racing sailing boat for 8 years. It has been proved that they are 2 times more powerful than normal sails, and they are more efficient. Then the automated system we use to use the wing sails without any extra crew has been proved and used on a yacht, on sailing yachts, that you could. There is many yachts that are using automated sails, and so this is proof. So we merge the all together, and then we integrate the system on the ship. So, and it is not, the barrier is not technical. The barrier is commercial. We need to demonstrate that it's working, and we need loaders that give us long-term guarantees to be able to finance the first ship and to prove it's working. So the commercial and finance is not as well a problem when you have a clear business and profitability is there and it's demonstrated. So the key is really the customer and to get customer that give us their confidence and work with us to build the first project. Yeah.
Amaury, it's been intriguing to hear all about this beautiful, sexy ship in front of us, and the idea of getting this moving forward, certainly with wind energy for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Amaury Bolvin. Thank you.